This report details a significant case within the U.S. military justice system. It concerns a U.S. Army soldier facing severe charges. The primary accusation involves the killing of his pregnant wife. A key development in this case has recently emerged. The soldier has reportedly reached an agreement. This agreement involves a potential plea of guilty to the charges against him. The soldier at the center of this case is identified as Private First Class Dewayne Arthur Johnson II. He is a member of the United States Army. His unit is stationed at Schofield Barracks in Hawaii. The victim in this case is identified as Misha Maybelline Kalohilani Johnson. She was the wife of Private First Class Johnson. Her disappearance and presumed death initiated the investigation. Misha Johnson was a young woman. At the time she was last seen, her age was reported as 19 years old. Her life was tragically cut short under circumstances now subject to legal proceedings. Adding to the gravity of the case, Misha Johnson was pregnant. She was approximately 6 months into her pregnancy at the time of her disappearance. The unborn child is also a focus of the charges. The location central to this incident is Schofield Barracks. This is a major U.S. Army installation. It is situated on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. The events unfolded within this military community. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Misha Johnson's disappearance occurred in August of 2024. This event triggered the initial phase of the investigation. Concerns for her safety were immediately raised. She was reportedly last seen on July 31, 2024. This was at the couple's residence. Their home was located on Schofield Barracks. Private First Class Dewayne Johnson reported his wife missing. He filed this report on August 1, 2024. This was the day after she was last seen. According to reports, Dewayne Johnson provided a statement to investigators. He allegedly described Misha as being emotionally distraught. This was part of his initial account of her disappearance. An initial response involved a search effort. This search was conducted on and around Schofield Barracks. Military police and other personnel participated in attempts to locate Misha. The Army Criminal Investigation Division, known as CID, became involved. They took steps to encourage public assistance. CID offered a $10,000 reward for information leading to Misha's whereabouts. Dewayne Johnson was arrested shortly after reporting his wife missing. The circumstances leading directly to his arrest at that time have not been fully detailed publicly. However, suspicion evidently fell upon him early in the investigation. Following his arrest, Dewayne Johnson was placed in military pre-trial confinement. This is a standard procedure for service members facing serious charges. He has remained in custody since that time. In February, the Army made a significant announcement. They stated that Misha Johnson was presumed deceased. This declaration indicated the investigation had shifted focus from a missing person case to a death investigation. As of the time of the Army's February announcement, Misha's body had not been found. The absence of remains complicated the investigation. It presented challenges for investigators and prosecutors. The military justice system formally charged Private First Class Johnson. He faced a substantial number of allegations. The total charges and specifications numbered 5 charges and 19 specifications. The most serious charge against him is the murder of Misha Johnson. This charge alleges that he unlawfully caused her death. It forms the core of the prosecution's case. A specific charge relates to Misha's pregnancy. Dewayne Johnson is charged with the intentional killing of her unborn child. This reflects the legal recognition of the unborn fetus in this context. Among the related offenses is obstruction of justice. This charge typically alleges actions taken to impede or obstruct an official investigation. It suggests attempts to conceal facts or mislead authorities. Another related offense is providing false official statements. This charge pertains to statements made to military investigators or officials. It alleges that Dewayne Johnson knowingly provided untrue information. Further charges involve digital evidence. One charge is the possession of child pornography. This is a separate and distinct criminal offense under military law. Additionally, he faced charges related to the production and distribution of child pornography. These are also serious offenses. They indicate allegations beyond the immediate circumstances of his wife's death. A significant development occurred recently. Dewayne Johnson has reportedly reached an agreement with the prosecution. This agreement involves his intention to plead guilty to certain charges. Dewayne Johnson is 29 years old. His age is noted in the context of his military service and the charges he faces. The legal proceedings are now moving towards a resolution through this agreement. As part of the process, Dewayne Johnson waived certain rights. He waived his right to an Article 32 preliminary hearing. This hearing is similar to a civilian grand jury proceeding, determining if sufficient evidence exists for a court-martial. The guilty plea is not yet final. It is subject to acceptance by a military judge. The judge will review the plea agreement and ensure it is knowing and voluntary. A hearing is scheduled to address the plea. It is set to take place next week. The location for this proceeding is the Wheeler Army Airfield courtroom. If the military judge accepts the plea, sentencing will follow. The sentencing outcome will be determined by the terms outlined in the plea agreement. These terms are negotiated between the defense and the prosecution. Further details regarding the specifics of the plea deal are not currently releasable. This is standard procedure until the agreement is formally presented and accepted in court. The exact charges being pleaded to and the agreed-upon sentence remain confidential for now. Information on whether Misha's remains were located before the plea deal was reached has not been shared publicly. The status of her body has been a critical, unresolved aspect of the case. It is unclear if the agreement provided any resolution on this point. Misha's family has expressed their perspective on the case. Her sister Mariana Tapiz has publicly stated her desire. She wishes for Dewayne Johnson to remain incarcerated for his actions. The agreement has been officially confirmed. Michelle McCaskill, a spokesperson for the Army Office of Special Trial Counsel, verified that an agreement had been reached. This confirmation indicates the formal status of the plea negotiations.